Phenoms. And Bishop. 2 shots. After a brief break, the fourth quarter will begin. Fans, a reminder that we use a 3-tiered waste disposal system here at the arena. Please make sure you throw your items away in the proper bin. Thank you.
thanks to you and your family very much for taking the time to meet with me. I'm going to be honest with you. We've been watching your game tape for years now, and you are our highest priority. We want to develop you from the excellent player that you already are into an all-American player and college legend. Everyone knows about the Fab Five, but with your skills, we think that you can break the records currently held by the great Wolverine Glenn Rice. Make history, freak. Join the rich maize and blue tradition in Ann Arbor and become a Wolverine. We look forward to your decision. Go Blue!
Like the sun that shines over the great state of California, we have been a banner of excellence in college basketball. Our ideologies are rooted in the core of what comprises the DNA of who we are at UCLA. 11 times champions.
What are you doing?
What do you think I'm...
They say everything is bigger in this state, and I feel I will be too. So, I'm excited to announce that I will be the newest audition to the University of Texas at Austin. Longhorn Nation.
We're gonna be like a black cowboy, black rodeo, Harlem.
Frequency vibration. That little dance he does.
Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the UConn Huskies and the Texas Longhorns.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
On the floor for UConn, we've got Keefe, and it's Splitter in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Day gets it to go.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop. And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Fires the three, and the rebound goes to Martin.
And one thing about UConn that has been true all throughout their rise as a power, they have always played solid defense. It's something the program really hammers home.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Now here's Joseph. He's tightly guarded. Cutting the screen. Here's Keith. No good from outside.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, and as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Now here's Freak. 5 points in the game. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Freak's got 7 points.
And Freak has really come out blazing here in the first half, absolutely imposing his will on the opponent.
And, Greg, that's what great college players do. I mean, they control the game and really make the opposing defenses adjust to them.
Turner with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it, the fast break chance.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
And the Huskies going with a whole new group out there. Here's Reed. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Now, Freak, 7 points in the game. There's the pick. Takes the three. Dives for it. Huskies with the rebound.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Manning, he's in at point guard. Also Ellis out there. And it's Hudson in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Huskies, we've got Reed, and it's McGuire in at the 2. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. 9 points for Freak.
Well, in Texas, the Longhorns are known for their football history, actually all over the country. They have an impressive basketball alumnus list, too, though. A lot of pros have come out of Texas.
And stolen by Freak. Here's Rush. Here's Manning. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. Freak's got 11 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Longhorns.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they...
And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If we can get hot, this team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Manning in at point guard. Also Ellis out there. Doherty out there with Turner. And it's Ford in at the 4 spot. And for the Huskies, they've got Martin, and it's Day in at the point. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The Texas Longhorns have been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for. You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard, in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that. But guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mode.
Freak dishes to Ellis. Pass to Manning. Shoots the three. And again, it's the Longhorns from deep.
And while the Longhorns don't have any college titles in men's basketball, they have yet to even make it to the final game of the tournament. You get the feeling it's just a matter of time.
Martin, the pass to Keith. Martin with a screen on Ellis. Back to Martin. Misses off the right iron.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Freak. D right on him. From deep. The shot misses. And the Huskies going the other way now.
Well, you know, the Longhorns have won a lot of conference titles over the years. Their conference isn't known as a basketball power, though. The school loves their athletics, and they are intent on having a strong basketball team.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's against Hudson. Pass to Posey. Deflects the pass. Here's Freak. He's got 17. The three, and the shot is good. And now a 6-point Longhorn lead.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his game. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete. And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Manning, he's in a shooting guard. Turner is out there with Hudson. Then there's Edwards. And it's Rush in at the three.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
And Posey kicks to Sims. UConn moving that ball around. Reed misses. Texas leading by 4. Freak with it.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Shoots the three. Huskies with the rebound. And it's the Huskies on the break. And here they go. And it's blocked by Manning. Fast break, Texas. Lets it go from 14. Rush's shot is off.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly, that's the right look. The decision was good, he just didn't execute.
Here's Reed. The shot's good. Jennings making the play.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And the Huskies going with a whole new group out there. Checked in for the Longhorns. The Huskies making a switch here. Here is Day. Left side, Martin. To take the lead. And no good. And a chance to take the lead.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in. And that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Execution, fellas. Do your job. Freak, you're our leader out there. Execute!
Keith passes today to the paint. Martin buries it, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
And that's an intentional foul. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
So that means they've got to be very careful with the basketball right now.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So it gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Two-possession game, yeah. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the second half.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Freak, you're the guy. So good screens, tight passes now. We need to get through the screen look. Execute, and let's put them away.
Here is Day. Martin dishes to Joseph, expanding his range. Cans the three. And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 2 shots. And so both free throws are good.
Okay, when I receive.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Texas Longhorns and Arizona.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy. I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have. It's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
So on the floor for Texas, Manning in at point guard. Also Ellis out there. Doherty out there with Turner. And it's Ford in at the 4 slot. No good from Lawson.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
Now here's Freak. From deep three-point range, no good. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The feed to Lawson. There's a good screen. Arizona moving the ball around. And it's Mitchell missing. And we've seen Durant go on to do great things in the NBA, but he had that one magical season with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you go back to his freshman year, he was player of the year. The first freshman to achieve that status. Absolutely dominated in every way on the floor. You knew the NBA was in his future immediately.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And it's a completely new group for Arizona. Freak with it. Beyond the arc. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Goodwin kicks to Ewing. Outside Williams. Can they get it? That drops. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, he can give as good as he gets.
Gamesmanship going on right here. You've seen it, Greg. You know exactly what's going on right there. He answers right back with that 3 of his own.
Now Goodwin. Pass to Hollins. From 10 feet out, and he gets the jumper to drop.
Boy, Arizona has had a lot of outstanding players in the NBA at all positions. For a while, they were known as a guard factory, and rightly so. Many of the outstanding guards have played in Wildcat jerseys.
A different look for Texas. Ford's checked in, and it's Richmond in for Edwards. On the court for the Longhorns, Manning, he's in at the point. He's out there with Richmond, and it's Rush in at the 3 spot. They set the screen. Here's Manning. The 3-pointer off the mark. Arizona trails by 3. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lawson. To the left side wing. Poked loose and stolen by Freak. Fast break. Texas launches a 3. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Johnson the screen. And here's Lawson. There's the triple. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
To the middle, here's Ewing. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now here's Freak. Lawson defending. Now here's Freak. He's got 9. It's hauled in by Ewing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Fires from 14 with the putback. Out of bounds, Texas will take possession. Both teams will make substitutions. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Texas, Manning, he's in at point guard. Also Ellis out there. Turner is out there with Dort, and it's Ford in at the 4. And for Arizona, they've got Mitchell. Johnson is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Lewis in at the 5 down low. There's the pick. Lawson kicks to Lewis. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Lewis has got the first field goal of the second half for Arizona. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Arizona.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Well, for the Arizona Wildcat program, they didn't really become the force it is today until the 80s. Since then, Greg, Arizona has been a big player in the conference.
How about having a string of conference titles, 14 in total, all coming since 1986.
For the 3, that's good. Freak's got 12 points in the game.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Lawson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lawson's got the game tied up here for Arizona.
And for the Wildcats, arguably their best years were in the late 90s and early 2000s. In 1997, they won their lone college championship. A lot of trips to the Final Four around that time, too.
Now here's Freak. He's got 12. Misfires after coming off the pick.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that.
And Arizona has been on the upswing in recent seasons, though. They continue to come into the tournament as a high seed and win their conference. This could be the start of kind of a second.
On the court for the Longhorns, Manning, he's in at shooting guard. Turner is out there with Dort, and it's Ford in at the 4-man position. Shoots from the high post, and that one's good. Freak. And Texas leads by 4.
That's a huge basket, just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that mid-range jump shot. Really good basketball.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half from the field, and everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line, and they found a way to do it here in the second half.
The dish to Blair. The pass to Ford. Stolen by Mitchell. There's 1:54 left in the second half of basketball. Lewis kicks to Lawson. Offline with his 3. And here's Texas. The lead is 2. Here's Freak.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
From downtown, it's hauled in by Arizona. Hollis Jefferson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lawson is doubled. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Kicks it to Mitchell. They set the pick. Lawson from outside. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And what a buddy. play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Don't be afraid to make the extra pass. If it's open, take it.
Johnson, he's checked in for Arizona. Ellis is checked in for Texas. They've been hanging in there.
And they've got a chance right now to jump on top.
Lawson kicks to Lewis. Outside for Lawson. Back to Lewis. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and will make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And both free throws good for Lewis.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. We've got 28 seconds left in the second half. Now here's Freak. Lawson defending. 16 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Manning. Count it!
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And here's Arizona now.
They have a chance to tie it up.
A 3-ball would do just that.
Three-pointer, Lawson. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime.